to week 8 of Football Focus Weekly. We are sponsored by Victory Chevrolet. Just $19 down delivers any new or pre-owned vehicle in stock. Make sure you visit victorychevrolet.com today for any vehicle needs you may have. They'll take good care of you. All right, I'm the pet man, Matt Morrow. Thank you to everyone who joined me on Between the Lines last night or watched it after it played. As the numbers say, it is the most watched show on Tuesday nights. Take it how you want it. That being said, we have 6 comments in the bucket, so let's go to those first. You guys are excited to be here tonight. Let's see who we got here. Leading us off tonight is Miss Rhoda Hicks. Good to see you as always. The Ashbrook Green Wave in a big one at home against Kings Mountain. I wish we could make it, but we can't. Had some work obligations on Friday late afternoon, and if anyone has ever tried to go down I-85 or 74 on a Friday evening, you need a lot of time. And I won't have a lot of time, so we are actually going to be, and I say we, me and the producer, I'm actually going to be at the Battle Allegheny, Harding and Berry this Friday night. So it should be an exciting environment there. I know Zayflix is going to be at Ashbrook and Kings Mountain. And well, there you go. Good news. Joe Hughes. Looks like Joe Hughes is going to be in the house. So hey, CFI will be there. There you go. So Miss Hicks, we did fulfill our promise a little bit. But I still want to see Ashbrook in person. That's definitely high on my list of the teams to see for sure for me. All right, our guy Shay Shottam is also here. It is week 8. If you are watching on any of the platforms, smash the like and share button. Share it out there. We are live. We are ready to go. Shaquan will be at Cannon at Charlotte Latin. Little private school action. This week, Charlotte Latin is undefeated. I talk about them a good bit on the Between the Lines show on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. And Cannon just knocked off undefeated Country Day. So talented teams on the private school side. Shay Shottam will be there and he'll be checking them out. J-Man is up in the house. Good to see you, man, as always. Good evening, Karen Milk. Good to see you. Good evening, Mr. Mitchell from the Huff Huskies. Good to see you. Big Brandon Bevilacqua, Mount Pleasant. Talked about them last night on the show, knocking off the undefeated Forest Hill Yellow Jackets last week. Big tough offensive lineman. Good to see you. Evan Hodges wants us to come to Richmond and Jack Brett. Wow. Boy, that's a lot on the CFI gas card right there. We've been to Richmond before. I was at Richmond in the preseason this summer, and visiting those guys. It was so funny. It took me so long to get there. I was going for a 7-on-7 tournament, and when I got there, finally, the tournament was over. But I did get to speak to your head coach down there. Very nice guy. And some good guys on that staff too. So we got a plan to go down to the east side to see you guys. But you guys are talented for sure. Let's see here. Ralph Amsden. Well, before I get into this, let me introduce who else is here because you guys are rolling right now. The producer is here with me. He didn't change his name. I thought he was going to change his name this week, but he's still the standard producer.
Yeah, man, I can't change it when you're expecting it because you're looking for it. I got to catch you off guard.
Well, I will tell you this, though, producer. I got some very high reviews on your interview skills last week.
Oh, okay. I like that, man. See, that's how you earn those points and you get a name upgrade, man. I get the level up. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the feedback, man. I might have to do that more often, man. Because look, I know that caught people off guard. They weren't expecting to see me pop up on there. So yeah, you gotta keep people on their toes, man. You can't just it's like misdirection on offense, man. You can't give them what they expect, man.
That's right. That's right. If you guys missed it, the producer did the player interviews last week after Burns defeated Stuart Kramer, and we got a real popular one with Max Davis, going off for free. Almost said something wrong. Almost 300 yards and 5 touchdowns, man. That was a heck of a game.
Out the blue, man. Yep. I'll switch it up sometimes. I don't mind doing some more.
Yeah. We'll definitely do that again, man. Let's see here. What else we got here? Brandon Hunt checking in. And get that up there. There we go. Mike Eddy shouting out Dub C as always. Chris Ashbrook on October 24th. Well, unfortunately, I won't be covering a game that night. I have work obligations, man. I'm becoming a very busy man. So I don't know if producer wants to go out there by himself, but that's a big game.
Well,
we'll see.
If I start saving up now, I'll probably have enough gas to put up a cash out maybe, and I could get down there.
Let's see. Ralph Ebsen's asking, what do you think of these Halloween games getting moved? It came out earlier this week that CMS is playing on Thursday, October 30th instead of Halloween night. And I don't know. I don't think it's ever good for schools to lose money because they're playing on Thursday.
Are they weighing the potential? Oh, I would go to the game tonight, but I got this Halloween party. Is that where we are? Like they don't want to. They think that would impact it. Maybe.
I really don't know because we played on Halloween.
They didn't care about us.
That might be true, but I'm sure they have a reason, but I don't know what that is. So, yeah, I wish I could tell you.
That's all I can think of. That people who go out and go to parties would be like, well, I can't go to the game because I got this party. But in my mind, the game ends early enough to still do that. But that's just me. But that's all I got. That's all I can think of. That's got to be it. They don't want people to have to decide.
Yeah, I guess. Karen Belch saying that CMS probably thinks there's too much craziness on Halloween.
That could be it too. People running
dressed
into the
game, costumes and stuff.
Dressed up as Iron Man, getting in a fight. You don't want the Avengers fighting up in the crowd, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Joe is saying, oh wait, there we go. He thinks Halloween gate receipts will take a hit. Didn't seem to be much of an issue several years back. Yeah, we played a memorable game on Halloween. We weren't very good my junior year, but we beat Piedmont in overtime. And for some reason, Football Friday Night was there. I have no idea why, but we got on Channel 3 and acted a fool. And it was fun. And it was on Halloween. So, and we had a lot of people there. It's a good crowd. Man, we got a lot of comments here. Let's see here. Let's see. Independence is it's homecoming for Independence this week. That's right. Yeah, they're playing Chambers. We're going to talk about that game here on the show tonight. Let's see. Mike Eddy is saying West Charlotte versus Huff, Bank of America Stadium, whatever. I honestly, we were talking about this. I like that game at UNC Charlotte. Because I think it will sell UNC Charlotte out. And UNC Charlotte's like, 20,000? A little over 20,000? I think for that game, with what's been going on and how good those teams are, it has a good chance of selling that stadium out. And UNC Charlotte, I don't think is as much to pay for as Bank of America would be. So that's what I think. But hopefully we get the matchup because we need it. We really need it. Let's see. Luke Zabo, come on. I know the GOAT is on tonight. Well, I know who your GOAT is, and he just told me he's coming. So, yeah, he will be on. As long as, and Big Eye Shelby's coming. So don't worry that the cavalry is coming. And I'm only talking so much because y'all are rolling in the comments, man. This is crazy. Dana Bullock, good to see you as always. Let's see here. Quentin Chavis says they're not playing on Halloween because of the money not being made and less attendance. Does that really make a difference? I mean, I don't know, man.
People who really party, if you think there's a cross between people who go out to Halloween parties or activities, or, if players, parents who have younger kids that are going out trick-or-treating, they have to make that decision. So I can see that much. That's probably really it. If you're taking kids trick-or-treating, well, I can't do that and go to the game at 7. So
maybe. But I don't think CMS's main focus is money. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Let's see. That's another topic here about the brackets. Oh my gosh. Mike Eddy says they need to drop the back brackets early since they're changing game days and selling less tickets. I wish those were connected, but the brackets are on the state of North Carolina, and that's a whole nother crazy topic, man. If you didn't hear it, typically brackets are released on Saturday so coaches can exchange film and start game planning. Well, this year, the last day of the regular season is October 31st, Halloween. But they're not going to put out the playoff brackets until Monday because other sports have state championships and there's not enough staff from the NCHSAA to order the brackets and be at the state championships. And, football coaches are rightfully upset. There's a lot that goes into game planning, and you're losing 2 days of game planning, and you're into game week. And you're getting your film on Monday, find out your opponent on Monday. Like, that's insanity, man. Like, we've had months of knowing what this was going to be for the 8 classifications. And, to have that as your plan, it just reflects poor foresight, in all honesty. And, coaches all over the state are rightfully upset, and I don't blame them. It's absolutely insane. It really is. Karen Phelps says, maybe all the football players are going trick-or-treating. I did not trick-or-treat at that age. Did you?
No.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Hey, it is 2025, so
you can't put anything.
You never know. Oh man. AJI1 says, will the tickets be limited? Now, what we're talking about here is, of course, CMS limiting tickets to game. This is the topic we're going to talk about later on. But I know this week the only game they said they were limiting tickets for was, ironically, Chambers and Independence, their homecoming. Which,
how many? 10 tickets per team? How many?
I don't understand the logic here. Like, homecoming? Like, why are we limiting tickets to homecoming?
That's really interesting to limit homecoming when the whole point of a homecoming is to get alums and more people. In theory, homecoming should be the biggest crowd for any school during the season because you have alums there. You would think.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I don't know, man. I don't get it. But we'll get into it more later on. Joe's saying UNC Shaw's the perfect setting for a lot of high school football events. Yeah, because it's only one level, man. It doesn't swallow the game. Like, even at Bank of America this year with the West Charlotte and Grimsley game, I mean, it was a lot of people. I mean, we're talking about 12,000 plus. But since the stadium's so big, I mean, it was a nice environment, but it could have been awesome in a smaller venue. And
if you might know, is the cost good for UNC Charlotte? As far as
I'm hearing 25 to 30,000 is what it takes to get over there. But I'm sure Bank of America costs more. I mean, that would make more sense. You got to have more staff, and it's a bigger stadium, and all that stuff. So, and then we still have Memorial. I mean, Memorial is still there, and Memorial doesn't cost as much as UNC Charlotte, but at the same time, logistics with Memorial now could be a little bit more of a challenge for a big game because, those little 2 lots fill up fast, and then The parking deck is, it is what it is. And then they always turn the elevators off. Oh, don't get me started. Start ranting. Oh, man. Oh, Coach Gray, they were living in Hardenberry? Oh, man. We'll be there. I told Coach Cunningham we're going to be there, but that's disappointing. I was telling somebody that game makes so much money for those two schools because everybody comes out.
Schools that have to heavily rely on things like that more than others. But I won't get into that right now, but y'all know where I'm going with that.
Dana Bullock says, why are they limiting tickets? Crowd control, yeah. The thought process is less people know issues, which
it's just a theory. 20 people can fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't get too much into what I do, but it's a risk avoidance strategy. And, I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. I will say something I regret. Let's see. All right. All right. So let's bring on everybody's favorite, the illustrious Brandon Billups.
What's up? Y'all talking about them crowd control?
Yeah.
I don't know why people acting like they're not surprised. Y'all already know why they're doing it. And we just talking about it. Everybody, y'all got kids. Y'all know what's going on with them schools. They don't keep limited. It's what happened at West Shaw that first home game. They don't want another incident like that with them tickets. So that's why they doing that. So, and then it's been a whole lot of, we all just want to talk about the good stuff. Like I love seeing all the migrant West Charlotte fans and stuff like that. But we got to understand that the violence is up at these schools. You need to talk to the teachers. Like that's why they limiting control, and then people are not following the protocol. I'm just like Pep. I don't did security. I did it in the military and stuff like that. You got to limit it. And so they don't want to hear people complain. Yeah, it's unfortunate people not getting to see their kids and stuff like that. But, folks don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest,
But here's my problem. You're punishing the majority for the actions of minority. And that's right.
I understand,
that's
but it's like
right. Especially in the case of kids,
Yeah, but them kids, but some of that stuff is kind of crazy, like what you hear, like I remember when I was at Garinger, they at one game, I'm not gonna say the game, but the kids on Monday they showed me a Snapchat where a kid had a pistol at the back of another pistol, and a group of kids were just sitting there taking pictures, and it was at a game. So, it's security, but me personally, I think you just increase the security present, but that still ain't don't do. That's why I tell everybody.
No, there's ways you go about it, man.
They should like people ain't making no money. Like that West Shaw Independence game didn't make no money. Everybody keep on saying the game should be at the Bank of America and UNC Charlotte. UNC Charlotte and Bank of America are very expensive. That's a very expensive venue. So them teams, sometimes they're not going to make money. You know what I'm saying? And then the rules is now, this is the issue. If you want me to tell you the real issue, the parents are supposed to bring them kids and supposed to stay there and the kids are supposed to stay with the parent, but they're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're dropping them off. And you may think your child out there doing stuff the right way, but they might not be. I'm not like I'm a parent.
No. I mean, that's part of it too. That is part of it.
But I think that CMS should not penalize the schools, like all the schools, because they're losing a lot of money. Like it ain't no shot at y'all, like Hardings and stuff like Barry and stuff like that. Like
trust me, I know that is the money game for those two schools.
It's only and they act like it's just a CMS issue. It's a North Carolina, the state of North Carolina issue.
And that's the problem I have. Every other jurisdiction around here can find a way to handle it. When the biggest dang on school system in the state can't find a way to handle it. That's ridiculous.
Like in Cabo County, they do not take physical tickets. If you buy a ticket, you gotta show your digital ticket. That's the only way you get in the game. So, and they sell tickets based off on the digital platform, based off the capacity of the stadiums. I know this because I was at Cox Mill. They got a pretty big stadium over there. Mm-hmm. And Pep been there. They never had no overcrowded issues. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So it's just unfortunate. And then they don't care about people mixing, like the mixing of the crowds. Like it.
Well, they have instituted that rule now where you
because
stay
of
on your side and you don't cross over and that kind of
stuff. The incidents. You know what I'm saying? Like we all was kids and stuff like that. We ain't do nothing. Well,
once again, the real problem is setting a plan and then
I don't think they got a plan.
And
like I don't think they got a plan because like what I heard, what happened at the West Charlotte and West Met game with all them people jumping the fence and stuff like that. That just sounded like that was poorly executed. And I'm a true West Charlotte alum, not the new fans, but that's been the case. I never heard that happen in a West Charlotte game since when I was going back in the 80s, the 90s, and when I played in the early 2000s. We never had an issue like that, and we were always the most popular game. I think if you want to see like West Charlotte versus like the West Charlotte games and all that, I think they should start utilizing more stuff. But like I said, these venues cost money. A lot of schools are not doing the big venues because they do not want to lose money. And football funds a lot of these sports programs, unfortunately, to people because they don't have the booster clubs like we had when we were coming up. Like people giving money only certain kids. So I know y'all want to see these games at Bank of America. The Panthers sponsored that game, so the school didn't lose no money. You get what I'm saying? So they fronted Dave Tepper. He said, "All right, we'll do these games." Because he knew he was going to get some money, some of the TV. It's always a cut. You got to think, everything's about money. We don't work for free. So if they go to Bank of America, how much is the schools going to make? Like Sam Griner will tell you that. DJ McFadden will tell you that. All the coaches will tell you that. They're not going to play no big games for cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's deep.
AJ, I hope not. I hope not. Because some of the best high school memories, especially in the playoffs, we've had big crowds and there haven't been issues.
But it's always something. You hear something. Like you had that West Charlotte Mather Creek game.
Yeah, and right here, the details on that, it was really just an incident between, two people. And then, that was the reaction that just made it, so crazy.
I'm pretty sure whatever Mr. Edie talking about right here, they already agree. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I don't know where you're getting that source from. They have not agreed on nothing like that. Because I know the Huff coach and I know the West Charlotte coach staff. You just hearing stuff. I'm telling you, they want them gates, man. And you're not going to fill that whole thing up. They want the gate. So whoever stadium is, they're going to do their best to host it at their school. Because they want the gate. Like I'm telling y'all hear all these rumors about people want to go to this place, that place. No, they want the gate. If they got to get a piece of that gate, they're not going.
Well, he's saying Coach Griner said it online the other night.
Griner know how to sell a fight, man. Like I understand that, man. I respect. Like that's my guy. I work for him.
And this is what we're talking about. I mean, I don't know if they're going to extend this to home CMS playoff games, and that's definitely a possibility. So it's something to watch across the state if you're 8A, 7A, or even 6A in the case of Olympic, because they're in a spot right now where they would host the first round playoff game. So,
that's a good question. What Omar just said. That's a good question.
Not really. No, I don't think so, because most of the streaming is for maybe siblings or grandparents that are out of state that can't get a piece of that.
Everybody, from what I hear, everybody don't even know that exists yet.
Yeah.
And then most schools don't turn their camera on It just depends on how they
now that's true too.
It just depends on if they use. So if they use that camera that was provided, and they're what's it called not doing, then yeah, they're not gonna. All
right, well let's hush for a second because we need to bring on Big Eye Shelby, who's getting frustrated backstage.
Why are you getting frustrated?
Because I hadn't put him on yet. There we go.
Oh, he cussing, yeah.
Ain't nobody cussing, man. What's up, folks?
Why you got your hat like that?
So I wear my hat at home, man.
I ain't no saying that. And I'm being good right now. I ain't no saying that. I made that. I had a comment, but I just left. It was right there. But I ain't
you a grown man, say what's on your heart, man.
Huh?
You a grown man, say what's on your heart, man.
All right, no, I'm a grown man. I fought for my country, everything, baby. You know.
But to give y'all a little insight on the
there you go.
Go ahead, Adam.
The ticket restriction, all that, it's only gonna happen to games that CMS deem high profile.
Yep.
So if your game is deemed a high profile game, each school has a allotted amount of tickets that they're going to be able to sell. In some cases, I think for the West Charlotte game last week, they was able to sell 1,000, and we was only able to sell, I think, 400 or something like that. So it's all going to be based off whatever they allow your school to sell. Everybody has a cap.
That's why I was saying, like, even y'all talk about them playing that West Charlotte versus Huff game in Bank of America, they don't do that. It's going to be a cap.
The different venues not going to stop it. It's going to be whatever. If they feel like your game is deemed a high-profile game and would gain a lot of attention as of now, I believe that they're going to have a cap on how many people can attend.
Yep, right. That's why I'm telling y'all.
Because even being there last week at West Charlotte, it definitely didn't feel like we was at West Charlotte.
Yeah.
And that's a shame. That's a shame, you know. It's a shame for the players in the game because, you know, as a player, you know, when we came up, you love having the crowd and, you know, that experience. It's a shame for the parents who couldn't get in to enjoy, you know, the experience. It's a shame doing it on homecoming because, like producer said, that's the whole point of homecoming is coming back to support your school and your program. I
think they got to do a better way in controlling them crowds. Like you said, like most of them incidents are happening because people are not walking. They're just y'all been to the game. Everybody here been to the game. You know what I'm saying? The cops, they don't walk around. They stay on the football field or they stay in the game.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
Hold on 1 second, Webb. Hold on 1 second, Webb. So most of these incidents are not happening. A few are happening in the stands. Most of them happen behind the stands or people walking to, like West Charlotte, they got that back way that you walk. There's no lights back there. So that's what it is. It's not that they don't have no control in the game. You had that one incident that one year, the West Charlotte Mount Creek, I think it was last year, when it's not happening at the stadium. It's happening around the stadium. So the thing about it is, like Matt said, he don't want to talk too much. I don't want to say too much. But you have to, if you got security, you have to do security. It's just not watching the football field, watching the game. You need to bring some people who don't like football. And they said, hey, they work, most of them off-duty cops. They be like, oh, I'm going to this game because I can watch the game. No. Y'all got to understand, some of these schools, when certain teams play, they're like neighborhood beef. Like, I know everybody think these kids they just homeless. They homeless. No, it'd be neighborhood beef. I was at Hopewell versus North May. I didn't know until I coached there. I went to the basketball game. I thought it was Bloods versus Crips out there. I was like, Lord Jesus, I didn't know that like that because they were ready to fight. Hopewell, they just had. You check your head. We had to get out there and break it up. Like it was 30 kids about to fight, and then they about fought in the out in the parking lot. But people you have to do security. Like the cop, they got instead of sitting there watching the game, they got to patrol the perimeter. You know, like in the military, you got to make the perimeter. You got to patrol the perimeter. You got to have a car going up and down.
That's the thing.
Lot,
just have a plan and plan for it. Just plan for it.
I think you're messing people programs up like that. Yeah. Like you're not gonna get that money, and then it's gonna be hard for them to fuel other parts of the athletic program. Football confused a lot of programs.
A better security solution for high-profile games would make more sense than just instead of let's better police the people that go and instead of just limiting the amount of people. That's what I would like to see. It seems logical to me, but we'll see if that happens.
That's logical to all of us on this show.
And
it's the fact of you want to do they want to do it?
Yeah,
and right now they don't want to do it.
Nah.
Yeah, and I think what you got to do too for like them high-profile games, right? I mean, you have to do it both sides because some people are only saying, okay, you do it for West Charlotte Independence. Okay, cool. Are you going to do it for like Myers Park versus
no?
Who they?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Who they rival?
The Myers Park, Providence.
Like, are you going to do it for those games? You know what I'm saying? But only because of like you got to look at it like this too, right? I don't think the fans understand how much it costs to pay these extra officers. Okay, so we're gonna pay these extra officers. If it's deemed a high-profile game, if I'm CMS, I would say whoever y'all normally have as a school that y'all pay, I will help and just add on and pay. That's what you have, like, because you can't force the school to say, "Hey, we need more security. It's coming out of the school budget."
Like, CMS need paid.
Like, if you say West Charlotte Independence is a high-profile game. Okay, West Charlotte, how many security guys do you normally have on a Friday night for a game? Let's say, hypothetically, let's say we have 8. Okay, cool. We will fund to pay the other 8. Is it high profile? Do we need another 10? Okay, boom, Independence. Can y'all cover half of it? Like, you can talk to each other because the coaches and the players and the fans, they want a packed out environment. The whole point of playing at West Charlotte is to put you in an environment that you won't see nowhere else.
And it seems like they do it. Like, I like that. It seems like they do it more at West Charlotte games. Like West Charlotte. Like it does seem like we target
Butler game. You expected sellout crowds, people on top of each other, everybody coming back. You go to that. This is my thing. They worrying about football. I don't know what you're gonna do when basketball season comes.
Exactly.
That's the one.
Basketball season.
That's the one.
There's no way you the basketball.
I tell you, it be popping basketball season. Season. They don't know. It be dangerous basketball season.
Basketball season is more. Think about it. Basketball season. I would be more worried about the basketball game than I am the football game. Because like we say, the football games. Anything that happens on the field, the referees and coaches can handle. Nothing dramatic that's going to happen on the football field. You need to secure the perimeters of the stadium because the players and the coaches are the ones who you need to protect. You need to protect the players and the coaches. If something happens in the stands, you need to have more guys too. But like they come to see the kids.
That boy's silly right there, boy.
So there's a lot. Let's wrap this up because we got a lot of comments I want to use to wrap it up, and then we got a lot to talk about as well.
And Mansback, well, they look across that stand and say, "Me, they do this right here." I'm like,
Luke Zabo says no parent should miss their child's game because of a ticket cap.
I agree.
Find a way to get parents tickets before the sale. Well, here my suggestion for this: have a list. Have a list of the parents. Mm-hmm. Parents don't need it. Parents shouldn't have to get a ticket. I mean, put them on the list. Give them a pass. Let them come in.
Man, some of these schools, they say, we charge everybody. We don't get no pass, baby.
Well, I mean, when we went to Stuart Cramer last week, they had a list. Parents signed in on the list.
Hey, Stuart Cramer different than some of these.
I know it's different. I'm just saying.
In these Title IX schools, they need every dime nickel they get.
Larry Watson says, striking up on the punishment at games, and that will be the solution. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good solution as well. If you do mess up, it needs to be a strict punishment to deter.
They don't suspend kids. It depends on.
Pep. Like I like that, but this is how you gonna stop a kid from coming when there's 10,000 of them coming? You ain't gonna be able to remember that kid's face. Like, what are you
isn't everything digital now?
He's saying
listen.
No.
My best friend can get kicked out of the independent West Charlotte game. They say, hey, you can't go back to no more games the rest of the year.
Because they got the sanction mask on.
Well, it needs to be stronger than that. I mean, we can talk about a school suspension.
Think about it. When guys get banned from NFL games, all you do is get the tickets in somebody else's name.
He's right.
Well,
It ain't
there still
ain't gonna
needs
be
to
no
be
facial
some.
recognition. Say, think about it. CMS ain't got no facial recognition. Hey, stop that guy! Stop that guy! Stop that guy!
It gotta be the school people in there, because do you think them digital ticket got a name or they don't? Like them
Well,
kids.
still, once again, there are ways, and I'm not going to turn this into a whole deal here, but
No,
there
I
are
understand.
ways. There are ways
see-
to, if you really want to do it, there are ways.
Well, Webb can't say. I can say CMS cheat. They ain't no do it. They cheat.
Quentin Chavis says should do like Guilford County, make teams play it Saturday at noon, like they did for Dudley last year after the shooting in the parking lot.
I mean, I don't think that's my boy Chavis right there, my boy, Triple B's brother-in-law.
That's my
It
brother-in-law.
don't matter.
Oh, okay,
It don't matter if
okay.
Independence West Charlotte when the West Charlotte Malley Creek, no matter if they played at 1 p.m. on Sunday, it's gonna be people there.
It don't be that.
They gonna be there.
West
Hey,
Charlotte.
to be honest with you, you might get more people at a Saturday at 12 because ain't nobody at work.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a nice aroma. It's gonna be a nice aroma. It don't feel like an NBA young boy comes out there.
All right, here we go.
In hoodies, Sachi mask and hoodies.
All right. So on the show tonight, thank you for everybody for your comments on that. We're gonna talk about the Queen City Senior Bowl coaching staffs. I'll run through Pep Man's players. We'll talk about last week's big games. We'll go through the Dirty Dozen and best of last updates. Preview the big games this week. And the guys want to talk about issue in Gaston County when Coach Dub gets here. I'll let you guys kind of take off on that. So that's what we got on the show tonight. All right. The West team coaching staff for the Queen City Senior Bowl is there on the screen, led by head coach Sam Griner at West Charlotte, along with Rydell Cowan at Statesville, Terrence Cunningham at Harding, David Devine at Burns, Ashton Simmons at Stuart Kramer, Jonathan Simmons at Palisades, Brandon Sneed at Hopewell, and Daryl Vereen at North Mecklenburg.
Boy,
Why are you shaking your head, big guy?
Hey man, I'm glad you got my man from Statesville, Stuart Kramer, and where's the other one from? David Devine, where he from?
Burns.
Burns, because boy, that's Crash South Central in the middle.
What are you talking about?
No, I love them coaches right there. They coach with passion, baby. I like that. This is a good staff right here, baby. This is passion. Hey man, shout out to you. Whoever picked that picture for Griner, he must have sent that to you, because I love he got the ponytail. That way he about business right there.
Big guy, why do you keep shaking your head?
Because he wanted his name to be on there, man. He mad.
Nah, man. I just don't understand.
No, he already tweeted about it yesterday, man. He about to start this.
What did he tweet? What was it?
He does say
I strongly believe that we need to find ways to get these head coaches a break. Allow assistant coaches or coordinators to coach in these bowl games so they can be seen. These head coaches, let's be honest, you out there for a week, you ain't really calling nothing, you ain't really doing nothing. Just another week that you got to deal with something after your season over with. Let the aspiring head coaches, now the head coaches of the teams can pick guys to coach for them. Let's give these guys a chance, man. I'm sure they're gonna want a break. Give them a break.
Big guy. First of all,
I'm a heavy advocate. Advocate on it.
In the Queen City Senior Bowl, nobody is obligated to say yes.
I know, but I'm saying
everybody has a choice.
I'm saying it's always head coaches. It's
always it is.
Give these high school guys a break.
Why are you saying it just for the Queen City Senior Bowl? There's other bowl games out here.
I'm saying for all of them. I think the Shrine Bowl can be whoever they deem the best assistant coaches are. Let the coaches pick. Give them a break. That's one more week.
Ladies and gentlemen, he trying to get himself.
If these guys wanted a break, they could say no. And some guys did say no because they had stuff going on.
No, I'm saying out of respect, they won't say no. I'm saying imagine how they go. Say, Coach Sam, we want you to be.
I got you. Hey, well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, there have been assistant coaches in the Queen City, but I ain't gonna let you do that to Mr. Matt Moore.
No,
So
no,
that-
I know
that's what.
not the
No,
best.
no, hold on. I love you, Spill, but there have been numerous
Not
because
a staff of all assistant coaches. It has not never been a staff.
there have been, but there was one year. There was a couple years, not last year, but the first 2 years of the Queen City Bowl, it was a bunch of assistant coaches with their head coaches out there. Just don't go ahead and tell you that.
This is what I'm saying. As a young coach that may be aspiring to be a head coach, how would he be seen in the light of trying to be a head coach unless you provide opportunities for these guys?
You got it called. You want to know what it is? Like we used to do back in my day. You know what they used to do? You go to them coaches clinics and you shake hands. Jump up.
Ain't no coaches clinic.
Yeah, that's what it did. But you keep on talking to your head, Kern Blue, but he heard you. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the East.
Well, before we do that, Coach Doug Robert Washington's here from Mountain Island.
What's going on, Pep? What's going on,
What's up, man? Good to see you. We're discussing the Queen City Senior Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it looks like a great staff. It looks like the West is going to win again, as we should.
This guy
great
right
staff.
here, boy.
It's great to see Gaston County represent with Coach Simmons and Coach Rodell. Last time me and Coach Rodell was on the field, it was winning the state championship. So really good, talented men on the staff.
Yeah, and shout out to these coaches. You know, I know Coach Cowan very well. Coach Devine was my defensive coordinator and position coach when I was in high school.
There you go, man. There you go.
All I'm saying is, man, go
to East. Go to East. No, you already don't say it. You don't say it. Let's go. We got it.
Big Eye,
this coaches.
I understand where you're coming from. I totally get it. Kim Cotton, I totally get it. I'm telling you, I want to do something for assistant coaches and coordinators.
I don't go ahead and tell
you. Well, see, hey, Pep, let me add something to that discussion. The thing about when you hire the head coaches, they're able to work together and get to know each other and stuff like that, and then it trickles down to your staff. I do know when I was a head coach, I also invited my staff out to the Queen City Bowl. And when they came out, they was able to meet different coaches, and they was able to be a part of that process. So,
can you say that again? Can you say that again for me again, Rob? Because I've tried to tell them that.
No, y'all are missing the point of what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
We get the point. We get the point. We get the point. You say every year. You know why I keep cutting you off? And I don't keep cutting you off. You have said this every year, and we don't all say we agree with. We agree with you. We agree with you. We don't agree with you. I'm going to tell. I'm gonna write a letter to all the coaches in Mecklenburg County, Cleveland County, Mars, everywhere. Do not accept the job next year. We want Coach Weber to be the head coach of one of these teams. So you shut up. And you better run it up. Because that's a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I'm gonna be the ugly truth. A lot of people always ask for stuff, but when that time comes, you fold under pressure. But I want you to get out there because I got faith in Coach Weber. You come out here and preach to these people all day. Coach Billups stand behind Adam Jerome Weber. I want him out there coaching next year. Let's go. Jerome.
My middle name ain't Jerome.
I was like, Jerome? Jerome, man. I said, where'd that come from?
Adam.
Hey, I ain't never folded nothing but clothes, dog.
All right. The East coaching staff.
I know you won't fold.
Led by Kennedy Tinsley of Mallard Creek. With Chris Emil from Corbion, Daniel Dillard from Piedmont, Charlie Jackson from Christ the King, Lenny Sanders of East Meck, Clayton Trevette, Salisbury, Jupiter Wilson from Garinger, and Drew Whitman with Charlotte Country Day.
Hey, but you getting people opportunity because I ain't Christ the King out there, baby.
No, we got 2 charter schools up there.
I know.
Great job, Pep.
Yeah, good job.
We got 2 charter schools because we coach
football too. Hey, look, hey, Rob, he about to get started again. Look at him.
Let me not get going. We play football too. And matter of fact,
Rob, go ahead.
Matter of fact, I feel like we coach harder because
we're
dealing with limited depth. Like if a player gets hurt at a charter school like a Corvian or Christ the King or Mountain Island, whatever, if you lose one player, you might lose two players. If it's a receiver, they're probably one of your DBs. If they're O-line, they're probably D-line. So we don't have the depth that these other schools have. And when you're dealing with that, you have to coach different. You can't hit as much. It's just a different level of coaching, and you really wouldn't understand unless you're actually in that situation and you have to coach at one of these schools. But I'm glad that you guys are style. I mean, y'all been always done it. Y'all been fair where y'all spotlight everyone, no matter if they're a charter school, private school, regular school. There's no politics.
Usually,
and it's not like that with all the other bowl games. And I won't go into those details, but I can tell you, Queen City Bowl, they've always been fair across the board. And again, they didn't miss this year.
I like that. So you trying to say they diversified?
Very, yeah. They give opportunities to everyone. Because
there you go.
It's not like because you coach at a charter, you coach somewhere at a smaller school that you can't coach. I mean, like I said, sometimes those are the better coaches. Because you give some of these men.
You better talk your talk, man.
No, you give some of these men these bigger depth charts.
Cancel Christmas.
Cancel Christmas, baby.
All right, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Kieran Belk, the Queen City Senior Bowl will be on December 20th at 12 p.m. at Olympic High School. We'll put that out there officially here pretty soon.
One boycott.
Boycott TC River.
Okay.
We got real tight going
I'll
on
take
here.
your name off the media list then.
There you go. He don't come in there like the young boy with like the YN with a little shitey mask on. We know it.
Coach Dub, are y'all limiting tickets at Mountain Island Charter?
Oh man, that's a good one. No, it's just Charlotte Mecklenburg school system, man.
Yeah, just CMS.
Go
CMS.
to the school board. Hey, you know what, parents? Go to school board meetings.
That's the place.
That's the
place. Go to
if they're not welcome into those games, they could come on over to some and watch some charter ball or watch.
Don't do that. Hey, parents,
come on over. Come on over.
Don't do that. Don't do that because I know why he's saying that. No,
I'm not saying that for that reason. I'm talking about fans. I ain't talking about parents.
We don't get to that. Fans. You
fans,
get on NFHS.
Not kids, not parents. No, we don't. Y'all stay where y'all at. We don't want.
I like that. Yeah, I like that, Rob. I like that, Rob. I thought you was going to the recruiting world like a former colleague who was on here, boy. They were recruiting big. Now we have you seen
Coach Pringle agrees with you, Coach Dub, right there.
He said, what's the combined school?
Kabir Stallion.
Kabir Stallion. And they do a good job too.
With my young boy who played for me at Hopewell, he coach over there.
It's actually two brothers. They do phenomenal.
Pet Man's players, I'll keep you guys on for this because we're going to run through it real fast. Of course, the main guy here is Max Burns, who for the producer interviewed last Friday, 252 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns and the big win over Stuart Kramer. All those other guys on there are doing a great job this season, including Braylon Clark from Country Day, 10 catches for 186 yards against Cannon. Next slide, the highlight guy is Jackson Laws from Cannon School, who had 15 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks in their win over Country Day. He is the state leader in sacks with 12 so far on the season. Coach, you want to talk about your QB right there, 3K?
Yeah, I just also want to add Jason Eaton is behind them at 11 sacks.
Oh,
my
wow.
defensive end. Just want to throw that out there.
Hey, man, we ain't selling programs. Come on, let's go talk about
I'm not. No, hey, look, I'm just messing with. But anyway,
I know.
So, 3K, that's what we call Andre Ramsey Jr. Had a phenomenal game, had a complete game on the ground, through the air. And believe it or not, man, he's probably just as deadly at special teams and on defense, but we don't play him there obviously because he's our QB. So, or like I like to call it, he plays football. He's a positionless player. So proud of that kid, man. You know, more work to go. We staying humble, focused, and just ready to grind.
Awesome. On this next slide, we got a couple guys from Northwest Cabarrus having big years. Titus Troy, the running back spot, 228 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Big quarterback Hudson Irvin with a nice game, 3 touchdown passes, 195 yards. And then the big one on here, Jason Bonds, 10 catches and 3 touchdowns for East Rowan. They're upset over Salisbury, which is a big win for that program right there. Finishing up Petman's players, Big Al, I'll give you a chance to talk about Dallas Brandon, your linebacker who had a huge game against West Charlotte.
Oh yeah, Dallas had a good night, man. Our senior leader, he was flying around making all kind of plays. Even though it didn't end up in our favor, he still had a good game. And no moral victories here.
There you go.
All right, Jay-Z.
I also want to shout out KJ Bell from Kings Mountain, who had 5 touchdown passes and a big win over North Gaston. And Luke, yeah, you might know that guy right there, Rice Zabo. Good job kicking last week. Want to shout him out, man. Great job. And yeah, Dante Nicholson right there from West Charlotte obviously had a big game. There he is, 10 catches, 118 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Deuce.
In their win last week. So yeah, good job. Shout out to all those guys. Great job. Make sure you send in your information, stats, and film to us if you have a big game on Friday night, so you can be highlighted not only on this show, not only on CFI social media, but also on Prep Red Zone North Carolina, across the state, where hundreds of college coaches subscribe and like what we do and use it in their recruiting tools. Multiple levels to this. Period.
Man, mute your mic when you suck on that darn drink. Nobody want to hear all that. God, no.
Come on, man.
You heard?
That's he
Rob
watched
heard it
down.
too.
He watched down them honey gold. He watched down them honey gold, extra crispy. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Hey, first with 2K, now you drinking. What are you doing, man?
West Charlotte defeated Independence 31-7 last week. Any thoughts on that game?
I don't let the defense coordinator, that team from Matthew Mint Hill that we invited to the West Side, tell them about his experience.
There wasn't no fish place, I heard. Let's talk about that.
Man, they limit attendance.
Oh,
That's crazy, man. Limited tickets is one thing, but a limited menu too.
And man, they limit the grease. They limit the grease,
man.
Hey.
you don't understand, man. You have to have a special clearance to sell fish.
Hey, but we'll sell them Patriots. They'll sell deep fried Patriots out
Palisades gets their first win in history over Ardrey Kell, 14-11, giving them a early lead in the conference race.
Can I say something about Independence West Charlotte? Independence West
We've
Charlotte.
moved on.
No, I just want to say something.
We have moved on.
All right, hey, you didn't want me to say.
Any thoughts on Palisades and Ardrey Kell?
Thumbs up. I don't give you this. I can't talk about Independence. Thumbs up for everything.
You had your time.
No, I didn't. You sped through. You let
What
me go.
you want to say?
Hey man, big shout out to Caden and Sam. That D line for West Charlotte, man. Them boys in that backfield all night, boy. I felt bad for them for that Patriots O line. They couldn't deal with him. But Caden Smith, I wanted to shout him out because that's Jaden Smith's little brother. And boy, it looked like, hey, he went that double 4, but his brother wore that 4. But it was good to see it. I just wanted to get him a shout because everybody be talking about the other people on that defense, but Hayden is having a really good year this year.
Cuz don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Good job.
J.M. Robinson defeated Concord 31-14. Concord led in this game early on, but J.M. Robinson was able to start getting it going. Had a nice touchdown pass to L.J. Smooth Watson from Ari Greenfield that got things going. We highlighted their kicker, Mr. Zabo, who had a nice game. Any other thoughts on J.M. Robinson and Concord?
Big shout out to Shep, man. Shep had them boys going. It was a good game. I rewatched it Saturday morning because I was really proud for Shep, man. But Shep, keep building, man. Keep laying them bricks and foundation up there, man. And shout out to the coach and his staff at J.M. Robinson, man. And Zabo, man, old rise, man. He was kicking that thing, boy.
Olympic defeated A.L. Brown 24-21, and in that win obtained a share of first place in the Greater Metro Conference.
That was a big game for that conference. I think it was back and forth Olympic. They got it out in the last, right?
They got out to a nice lead in the second half, and then
Yeah.
A.L. Brown, came back, but they just came up a little bit
But
short.
we expected that. You know what I'm saying? Like Cato, he getting comfortable now. So
240 passing yards, I believe.
yeah, and I told you,
yeah,
they got the passing game going with that run game. Webb said, "Hey to your mama." She saying, "Hey,
hey, look, mama, there go that man.
There you go. Say hey to your mom."
The elf.
What's up, mama?
Nice to see you, Miss Weber. Thank you for watching.
Nice to meet you. You raised a good boy there. Good old honey mustard boy. Let's go.
Lake Norman defeated Statesville on the road 35-0 in impressive fashion. Statesville had 7 fumbles and lost 3. That was a big part of this game.
Coach Oliphant, man. Hey, he get them boys ready. I know we were talking about the Statesville coach, but
What's his name?
Oliphant.
Say that again.
Oh, Oliphant. I'm a country boy. Y'all don't know about that, boy.
He was raised on Beatty's Ford, man. You talking about country.
The game me and producer at Burns defeated Stuart Kramer 35-21. Producer, what's your thoughts on that game?
Kind of interesting flow of a game, man, because it started out, it looked like we was kind of setting up for a shootout. There was a lot of points scored in the first quarter. Then it kind of shifted to more to a defensive game. And, was still kind of close at the half. And then Burns, obviously kind of pulled away at the end. But basically had certain periods in the game of, shoot kind of a lot of offense and kind of like a shootout, but then also defensive periods too. But, like you said earlier, what can you say about Max Davis? 250 on the ground, plus 11 tackles, just very old school, gritty football player, man, runs crazy hard, man, and, helped lead his team to victory, 5 touchdowns. Probably with me, as far as coverage, one of the most impressive performances I've seen, man, 250, 5 touchdowns, but, all is not lost. Stuart Kramer still is having a really good season. Still got a lot of potential there and still got a lot of football left to play. But, you got to give props to Burns for pulling it out at the end and finding a way to win.
Just another Cleveland County team beating down on Gadsden County.
No, don't do that, cuz. I'm giving you your props. Y'all beat us. But
hey, it's how ironic. Hey, Pep, it's ironic. The next game was the same thing.
No, let me add this, because even when you lose, that's still a win for Stuart Kramer's program.
No, it ain't no more. That coach is not Rob. That coach is not coaching for more victories. That coach is coaching to win every game. Ain't no more. That coach didn't walk off that field and said, "Hey guys,
no, he didn't." But
we played good.
He didn't. But Stuart Kramer won 1 game last year. Now they're in contention of making it to the playoffs. And they ain't made it to the playoffs in about 5 or 6 years. That's still a win, dog. I don't care. And you coach, so you should know better than that. We're not trying to get any moral victories. No, that coach wanted to win that game. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, last year this time, what was their record last year?
I don't know.
They didn't win a game at this point last year. Now they're in contention of potentially making it to the playoffs. Come on. Shout out to Coach Simmons and Stuart Kramer. Y'all boys.
What I'm saying is, for that coach now, I think he walked in and took over with the intention of, hey, guys, we're going to win here. I don't think he's saying, oh, we're happy to compete even though we lost. No.
What? No coach goes in there with that. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to win. But what I'm saying is, look where they're at now versus where they came from. All you can do in life is continue to improve. And they're moving in the right direction. So be careful with this squad. In the next couple of years, they might be very well competing for a state championship or a conference championship.
Tell me, hey, you got to pick, you got to build it, take day by day, step by step. I like that, Rob.
Yeah, but like Joe said, they haven't made the playoffs since 2022.
It's only 3 years.
No, but a lot of those
the people on Rob's side.
No, the thing is, the kids that's on that team wasn't on that team.
Yeah, I agree. And that coach wasn't on that team, so he bringing in something different.
Yeah, he's bringing in something totally different, and
Well,
so that's what I'm
making. The point I made had nothing to do with Stuart Kramer. It was more so let you know that it's just another Cleveland County team that beats Jackson County. I have nothing to say. I have nothing bad to say about Stuart Kramer.
That was a good cleanup. That was a good cleanup. I like
Chris defeated South Point 42-7 last week, and they stopped the streak with South Point at 1 4 out of the last 5.
What was the score?
42-7.
Okay.
I thought you don't watch. I thought you don't watch nobody but Independence opponents.
That's why I asked him what the score was. I didn't watch it. I already knew what was going to happen.
Now this is surprising. This is
wow.
This was surprising.
South Point at 1 last 5.
I know that's what I'm saying.
These guys are older and better, and they just see Ashbrook smack them. All teams do is kind of try to follow suit. The game everybody needs to keep their eyes on in that conference. I'll keep telling you, Ashbrook versus Crest. That's the game of the year in that conference.
You never told us that.
He didn't.
Not clever, boy. Boy, he get a little styrofoam cups that start feeling brand new. That's why he got a double cup. He think he on the street corner or something. Right? No. Yo, man, shut up, man.
This has been the Rapid Review. Thanks everybody for your patience,
man.
We
I told you, Ashbrook versus Crest was
Week 8 CMS best to last rankings. Not a lot of changes. Palisades moves up to number 5. Olympic moves up to number 8. No other changes in the best to last, as a lot of teams pretty much did what they were expected to do last week.
Dang, man.
Valentine Ridge moving up over to the right.
I ain't even see that. They ain't moved that bit. It says 0.
But I'm talking about shoot. Where was they at the beginning of the year? I know they was 20? Something like that.
No, they've been 16. They've been 17, 16 for the longest. Doesn't be honest.
Not at the beginning of the year.
You know what? You don't miss some shows, haven't you?
No, I'm talking about I was there in the beginning. I'm saying from the first show.
Oh, they've been there for the past 3 or 4 weeks, man. Yeah, you've been missing the show. Yeah, man, they've been right there, man. You gotta come on the show, man. We like the IRS. We year round, baby. Year round, baby. We serving work. The IRS, we serving work year round, baby. You getting that slip year round, baby.
Look, I'm a cheer dad. So I'm a cheer dad. I'm a proud cheer dad.
The Dirty Dozen. Chris moves up 2 spots to number 8. Palisades and J.M. Robinson joined the poll.
Ooh.
On the edge are South Mex, Charlotte Catholic, Leyton Orland, Independence, and Northwest Virginia.
Who did you say?
Hey, hold on before you start. Pep, who on the edge again? My eyes are bad today. Who on the edge?
I can't hear it either, Pep. Yeah, your mic mess it up.
Yeah,
it's no logic.
Hold up, man. Who on the edge? Matt Morrow. Can you tell me who on the edge, Pep?
You see who?
My eyes are bad. I don't got my glasses on. Me and Rob. Tell him, Rob.
I can't see. See either.
Yeah. Can you read that for us?
It don't make no sense, man.
Where y'all at? I don't see. It's 12 teams up there. I don't see nothing with an eye up there. Rob, do you see an eye up there?
I don't know. I don't. At this point, I have no idea what goes into his rankings. I don't know.
All I know, South Met, Charlotte Christian. Is this in order? Yeah, because it's not.
It is not in order. There is no order for the edge.
Okay. Hey, Rob,
I would love to explain.
Hey, Rob, I see South Met. Hold on, Webb. I'm trying to see. I only want to hear from top 12 teams right now. South Met, Catholic, Leyton Orland, Indy. Oh, Lord. Why y'all down there?
It don't make no sense, Pep.
Oh, gosh.
West Charlotte, Weddington, Mallet Creek, Mars Park, Mooresville, Crest went up 2, Ashford, King Mountain. At least your Cleveland County up there, boy.
It don't make no sense, man.
God, dog, boy. Where y'all at?
Number three play. What was we last week? 7, 8?
Yeah, I got booed up out there. They took you up.
We lose the number 3 and got the same record as teams on this list, and we just kicked out. It just don't make no sense.
You're on the edge.
How do you go from 8? How do you play a top 3 team and lose and get on the edge?
They say you gotta do more. That what? Hey, like they used to say in the street. Hey, you gotta do more.
He picking. Him and producer ain't been the Independence this year. They against us now, man.
Nah, come on now. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there.
I know you ain't. No, you ain't.
We're against Independence.
We're always
against us now.
Hold up, Brent.
Every time we lose, we done lost twice. Rob, we'll start high, lose, get them out of there. Win again, win a couple games, get them in there, lose, get them out of there. Oh my God.
You're not out.
Understand,
you're on the edge.
Based off by your list, it's always off. You think if these teams play, they will win. We already done beat number 11.
That was 2 weeks ago.
We'll whoop 12. We'll whoop 10.
Ooh.
We have a good game with Ashbrook. Come on, man. I don't understand.
How you know you don't whoop them and you don't watch them play?
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I know.
Trust me, bro, is the source.
I don't understand all these 0, 0, 0, 0 plus 2. I mean, the only goodness gracious.
Man, they kick y'all at the club.
Who did Palisades play last week?
AK.
So them beating them is better than us losing to the top 2 8A school in North Carolina. Okay, who Jane Robinson?
Hold on. You just went on this whole spiel to Rob Washington over here talking about more victories for minor league coaches. Now you talking about more victories.
No,
man,
it's not
come on, man. Hey, man, net slide.
Net slide. I ain't talking
Rob,
about
I got your back. Rob, I got your back.
I'm not talking about more victories. At 4-2 Independence, you think these 12 teams is better than the 4-2 Independence? That's what you're telling me.
This is not Dirty Dozen by Pep Man and Steph. This is Dirty Dozen by Pep Man. Ask him.
That's what I'm asking Pep. You think these 12 teams are better than Independence at 4-2?
And he put them up there, yes.
This week, Lord Jesus. All right, let's move on.
It's week to week.
Let's move on.
It's
you basically saying so when Huff and West Charlotte, when Huff and West Charlotte play, one of them lose. Just go ahead and get them out of the top 12 too. Go ahead and boo them. Go ahead and hey, Rob, just go ahead and boo them.
Rob, let me do his own fight. Rob, let me take his own fight.
Rob, let me take his own fight. Rob, we was top 5, lost to Huff, get put on the right side.
Look, I think your attitude to reflect Karen Belk here.
Yeah,
positivity.
Positivity. There you go, Miss Belk.
We need more positivity here.
Hey, Miss Belk, don't give him no more goodie bags until he get his attitude correct. Because I don't like it. Too much tube for me. It's too much. And mute your mic, son. Nobody want to hear that.
You're gonna hear the frustration.
Well, don't be mad
at. No, he ain't mad at you. He mad at that cup. He mad at that old guy.
Where's the chat administrator? I'm about to have the whole school.
The chat administrator's been busy.
I'm about to send all independent staff and students. We're gonna send the email if it's wrong at gmail.com.
I'm glad you're enjoying this, Joe. I really
am. Hey, he ain't lying.
Look, Matt, you knew this was coming. You knew this was coming, man.
I honestly didn't.
When you made that slide, I knew.
Hey, you know what you should have did? You should have put him on an asterisk so they didn't know what that team was. That would have been funny.
Oh, man. Well, here's some advice for you.
Oh, man, they get oh my God.
Well, you want to pass that on, so.
Hey, I'll make sure I write that down in our list of complaints that we get in.
See, Karen, she's being supportive, man.
Karen, he need a more fighting spirit like you because he ain't man.
Dana, at this point, they ain't gonna let me in the Indy. They ain't gonna let me in.
Hey, Dana, he won't. Hey, Dana, my first 2 years independent, he was there every other week. I ain't seen him at all this year.
Now I know you lying.
hey, Dana.
Dana, he ain't came. Last time I seen Pep was Indy Mile Park, Bank of America.
Hey, look, Dana, you want to know why? Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all the real reason.
Welcome. Shay Shottam has been to 2 games. Pep met Miss Dana Bullard.
Hey,
hyped up the independent.
A better job on the camera than I am. I mean,
Pep, hey, Billy, listen, Billy. Right. Pep, man, hyped up the Independence Palisade game and didn't even show up for it.
I
It was young boy. That was young boy concert that week. We were not going that. But
No.
Danny, the reason why, if y'all go to Adam Weber's Facebook page, I want to say it was last year or the year before that, he dropped the most iconic coaches mixtape, end of season mixtape ever. He ain't put man on it, man. He ain't put Pepman on it. He had Shorty Low, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, and he was doing the dance. Did coach one bit.
Man.
One bit. I didn't see one coaching highlight, but I saw a hype, boy. I saw this. Yeah. I saw the jumping. I was like, woo, we better get a coaching clinic.
Kings Mountain at Ashbrook is the big game this week in the Charlotte metro area. Ashbrook hosting the Cleveland County Mountaineers in Gaston County. I would love to know what you guys think about this matchup.
Yeah, y'all already know I'm riding the wave, baby. I'm riding the wave.
Gaston County, ride that wave, baby. Let's go.
I'm riding the wave, baby.
I'm riding the wave.
Y'all are terrible.
Hey, yeah, I like Ashbrook in this one. I think this is going to be a statement game for Ashbrook. I think that I think they lost to Kings Mountain last year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe
I go look it up.
They did. They lost.
I think they lost them last year. So I think these guys, these seniors, I believe this is one of the games that they've been wanting just for out of respect. I think they're going to take care of Kings Mountain. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game, but I think Ashbrook's going to come to play. And like I said, Pep, all the big games on Ashbrook's schedule, they got to go to Ashbrook this year. So them guys do a good job of playing at home, defending their home turf. And I think that'll be a good one if you want to go watch a game in the Gaston County area.
No restrictions.
Go over there to Ashbrook and watch my guy Zeke Biggers and Darius James.
Debo
On that side of the ball over there. And but Kings Mountain does have a lot of good pieces. They have the linebacker, Lathan, and they have the receiver, the young receiver, Xavier Hutchinson, and they have the tight end, wide receiver, Big Tex. So they got the guys, and they got the young quarterback that's been playing pretty good for them as well. And they got a host of a lot of young guys on that Kings Mountain team, like Chris Jarrett. A lot of those guys are very good players, and this is one of their big games right here that they played in thus far. And they did a good job. They did a good job of, in the beginning of the year when they played Shelby, a lot of those young guys showed they was ready for the varsity spotlight, and they've been piggybacking off that every game. And I think it's going to be a good game. I think Ashbrook is the more mature team right now, though, with a lot of the seniors that they're playing. These guys been there, so I like Ashbrook in this one. I think Kings Mountain going to at least come out and give them a fight, though.
Yeah. I like Webb said, man, I think Ashbrook lock in for this game. Usually Darius be in the group chat talking, but he ain't said nothing this week. So hey, that's why I'm going with the green one. Darius not texting. He don't text the Friday night and Saturday. He locked in.
I apologize. Make sure I put a last name on that. The linebacker, Lathan Feimster. So they have a lot of guys on that defense who are ballers. Offensive guy, like I said, Xavier Hutchins is a great young superstar at wide receiver that they have. I don't know what his numbers have been this year so far, but I know he's good. Like I said, I think that Kings Mountain team, I think that from the fans, I think a lot of the fans, it's a very passionate fan base. They show up every year, no matter if they've never won a state championship or not. They show up every year and be passionate.
Wow. You have to throw that in there.
And be passionate.
Oh.
Can't be nice. Can't be nice.
Passionate about that. But I think it's gonna be a good game. I think both teams gonna be ready for it. But I just like Ashbrook in this one.
Oh yeah.
Coach Doug, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I can't let them get away with that Cleveland County spill. Let's look at Mr. Armstrong, their passer. Now remember, Armstrong came from Kings Mountain. Savion,
that's true.
Lindsay,
yeah.
They both came from Kings Mountain. They got some kids putting up some numbers. I mean, their rushing attack is working. They're throwing the ball around, but most importantly, Ashbrook is different because they're physical, and it starts with their defense. And their defense sets the tone at all times. So I think that Caleb Gordon is SEC player. Leading them in tackles, and you got another linebacker over there that plays beside Caleb. I forgot the kid's name, but he's just. I mean, the kid is making.
I believe it's Benjamin Gregory.
Yeah, Benjamin Gregory. Yeah, so the defense is going to come set the tone. I think, I know Coach James is one game at a time. He's not putting no more into this game than it needs to be. He's going to have those boards ready. But I do agree with you, Cuz, that this is going to be a really good game. It's going to be a physical game.
Also, why I like Ashbrook, they got my little cousin, former Shelby wide receiver, Tyler Morgan over there, man. So, I like Ashbrook, man. I think they have a great home atmosphere if you've never been there. And yeah, I think that Coach Darius James and those guys, I think they've been talking about game. I don't think some coaches may circle games, but I know the kids will for sure. Like guys like Caleb Gordon, those guys, man, a lot of things that teams like Ashbrook do just want you to just demand their respect every year. I think a lot of people have been talking about how good they are, how good they can be. I think this year they can put it all together, man. And obviously they have the former Kings Mountain quarterback over there now. So, I think it's going to be a lot of emotions in this game, but I think that Coach James and Coach Zeke and that coaching staff at Ashbrook will have these guys more than ready and prepared to go this Friday night.
Absolutely. And shout out to, hopefully I say his name right, Javarian Jeffries. He's the second leading tackler on that team beside the SEC players. So those boys are playing, man. Shout out to both teams. I think it's going to be a heck of a game. I think it's probably the area's game of the week. So
who you think gonna win? Who you think gonna win?
I think Ashbrook's gonna win.
He already said he riding the wave, baby.
I'm riding the wave, baby.
Okay.
But I also think
me, Pep, and me, Rob and Billups, we don't mind picking winners.
Well, hold on now.
KJ Bell at quarterback is a key guy to watch for Kings Mountain, along with William Texbone on the outside. Two good receivers for Kings Mountain. Ashbrook secondary, I think, will be tested by the Kings Mountain passing game for sure. Jarlin Dry, the Kings Mountain starting running back, has been out. I don't know if he'll be back this week or not. But a balanced offense is what Kings Mountain brings to Ashbrook. Defensively, also another guy to watch for Kings Mountain is Samaj Odoms, a talented edge, committed to Gardner Webb, 6'4", really good pass rusher. So a lot of talent on the field for both sides in this one. All right, we got North Meck and Butler. Karen is saying it's Butler's homecoming. Also, this is the first game on Butler's new turf that they've had installed. So this is their first true home game this season. What you guys think about? Oh, Billups, this is supposed to be your segment. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man. You were doing. Hey, I'm chilling. I know how to follow the line, baby.
No. What do you guys think about North Meck Butler? And Billups, you got the lead.
This gonna be a test for Vereen. Hopefully Vereen get them guys ready to fly around. They don't have a tough stretch here lately. But I like this game because when you play Butler, you gotta be ready for them formations, them unbalanced formations, and all the different stuff. He got that running game going, and that quarterback's playing pretty good, decent right now too for Butler. That defense woke up a little bit, but like I said, it's gonna be a tough game for North Met. We don't see what they find that magic from early season and see can they get back going. I really do think Coach Vereen can because of his coaching style and stuff like that. But you're going against a legend with Brian Hales, you gotta be ready. So you gotta be ready from the unbalanced, that butt sweep to the boundary and stuff like that. He's gonna run it. He don't change it, baby.
Any other thoughts on North Meck and Butler? All right. Homecoming for Independence as they host Chambers. Limited tickets for sale in this game if you are going. Thoughts on Chambers and Independence? And Bill, if you just let me take over, man.
You did it. Hey, but this is what the fans like to call my favorite game of the week. This is the young boy game of the week right here. The Chambers versus Independence. You got the Chambers coming over here from the west side. I love me some good old Julius Chambers. Can that offense get going? Or do we have identity now? That defense is nasty. Them linebackers fly around. That D-line is very tough. That secondary is pretty good. The question for Chambers is, can they get their offense on the same level as that defense? If they do, this could be a really good game. My two questions for Independence. The offense, hey, after a tough physical West Charlotte team, how are we don't face adversity this week? Are we saying, hey, can the same thing happen this week? How I'm coaching that offense, I'm like, hey, we don't run the ball. You don't get a whole lot of Jaden. I want Jaden smashing them out. You got to get streak going. He ain't get a lot of completion last week. So what we don't do, we don't throw some short routes, get them wide receivers going. You gotta see another threat coming up in that receiving room. That's my big thing. But I do like Independence in this game. I think they're gonna bounce back. Dallas Brand played. I know I pick on Independence a lot, but Dallas Brand, he played outstanding last week. He played outstanding, dealing with the adversity he had to deal with in that West Charlotte game.
That is great talent and great coaching by his position coach, Adam Weber.
But I joke with Independence a lot, but he played outstanding. I just think the rest of the defense need to catch up with him. But I really do like Indy in this game. I talk a lot of junk about him, but I like him in this game.
My guy Dallas played outstanding. I know for him that game, the Independence West Charlotte game, was more than just a game for him. His dad played at Independence, so he grew up knowing about the rivalry. He wanted that game a lot. He played with a lot of confidence, a lot of swag, a lot of poise. He had a great game overall, even though we lost. It's one of those things where you look at. He had a great game. He did his job, and as far as Independence Chambers go, Chambers is a very good team. They're a very good team under Captain Munderland and defensive coordinator Charles Johnson and offensive coordinator Trey Long. Those guys, they have those guys that Chambers believing they can play with anybody and win games. It'll be a good night. If you're in the area, come out and celebrate our homecoming. Come watch our very loving.
Buy your tickets right now.
Come see. Tickets been on sale for a week already. Come out there and support Independence homecoming. Come support us. Be on your best behavior. We don't have no problems at Independence. We don't put up with all that. We don't have no issues, Brandon. But yeah.
A lot of cap in that rap, but let's go.
Since I've been there, we haven't had a home incident since I've been there.
How do people buy tickets?
Because you be in the office.
Go to the GoFan app. You can download it on your app store or online. GoFan.com.
Okay.
Type in Independence High School, and it will say, "Get your tickets now. Don't buy a ticket for the JV game trying to get in on Friday night." Make sure you buy the ticket that says Independence versus Chambers and not Independence at Chambers.
Oh boy.
Hey, cuz, is the Brennan kid father named Robert?
Yes, it is. Robert Brandon is a very outstanding.
No. Let me say something. The great Robert Brandon. Because
the great Robert Brandon, yes.
They don't understand.
Robert Brandon, who played for Independence, won a state championship. Went to Georgia. Yes, he did. Played at Georgia. A very outstanding guy. If you're looking for any homes in the Mid-Hill, Matthews, Charlotte area, hit up Rob, the realtor. But we can't go on about Rob and not talk about his outstanding spouse, Miss Gabrielle Brandon, who does a great job. But them two has raised an amazing son, and Dallas Brandon, who I've had the pleasure to coach the last 3 years, who is committed to the University of Virginia. And we're looking forward to have another good Friday night down in Independence on Patriot Drive. So come on out and help us celebrate our homecoming.
Well, let me add something.
I still do see tickets available on the GoFan app. They are $9. $9 tickets.
And that tell you a lot because we're down here on the west side, baby. A good old West Charlotte High School. New ticket would not be in existence because we support our team. Look,
next game, please.
Hey, so now we got good old Sun Valley. They're traveling to Charlotte Catholic to take on Charlotte Catholic at Charlotte Catholic at an amazing stadium. Rob, tell me more about this game, man.
First, why they gotta be good old Sun Valley? What's the good old?
Good old Sun Valley. I love Sun Valley. They put me out the playoff my last year.
That was your last game in coaching, man.
Yep, got put out.
I think Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte Catholic should be the favorite in this game. Physicality is. I just think that Charlotte Catholic is going to come in and just dominate. That's my opinion about it.
Producer, what you got for me, big dog?
Not a whole lot, man. We hadn't been over there in Catholic in quite a while. That's another place we probably do up for. But
they look the same.
Oh, okay. So you kind of know what to expect with them. It should be good,
Cover
man.
2, run the ball. Cover 2, run the ball. Cover 2, run the ball.
They're like South Point Belmont.
Yeah. No, but he's right, because that one year when the young guy came, it was cover 2, run the ball, spread. they did a little too much. But
how long
they
he
made
last?
third round that year too.
Yeah. They defeated a foe in here, but we don't want to talk about that. But it was a good game.
But unless you win a state championship, listen.
That was right on time.
Hey, don't mind me. Hey, but but some Valley, their styles are very similar, because some Valley coach, he's a really punch you in the face. But Catholic does look good this year.
Sun Valley likes to throw it, man. They got a talented quarterback in Noah Lineberry.
But they don't hit you. They hit you in the mouth when they want to.
Yeah, they can. But they got some talented receivers too. Andrew Duty being one of the main ones. Wyatt Lineberry, Noah's brother at receiver as well.
What is his name?
Wyatt.
Oh, I thought you said something. Not bad. I'm glad.
Oh, okay. J-Man thinks this will be a good game.
It will. No, it will.
I think it'll be a good game too. It has the potential of being a real barn burner. And producer, to your point, we haven't been to Catholic in a while. And to be honest with you, when we go over there, it's so tight on the sidelines. It's hard.
There's no track, right? There's no track.
No, there's no track.
It feel like you're in Colorado.
You almost have to just kind of stay where you are, because you can't
Stay
really
in that
move
one
up
spot.
and down. Yeah,
you can't really, because you'd have to cut through the players to get over there. Yeah, it's interesting though at those stadiums with no track, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, that darn feel tight. And it's on the south side, so you know why it's tight. It feel like the street right there. Literally right there.
Next game, please.
All right, so then we got Olympic going to West Cabarrus. You got Olympic. They probably don't want to stake their claim on this game. This is them going against West Cabarrus. They got a good record against the Cowboy County right now, but West Cabarrus coach Matt Jenkins, he's familiar with Olympic, so this could be an interesting game. I don't really think so, but what you got for me on Rob on this one?
I didn't know Matt was over at West Cabarrus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
really. Shout out to Matt Jenkins.
Y'all need to pay attention to the whole thing, but I got you, baby.
My bad. That was my booth brother. We worked the booth in the Queen City Bowl first year. But anywho, I think Olympic got their mojo. They got their alpha back, like I said before. I like Olympic in this game. They can score in a bunch of different ways. They can run the ball. Also, they got a good quarterback, and that's a deadly combination when you're balanced. I think Olympic might be one of the top balanced teams in the area as far as they can do both. You know, some people got identity that they're going to come in and pound the ball, but Olympic can actually do both. So if you try to stop the run, you know, the quarterback can hurt you. And if you go in there trying to focus in on the quarterback, they can pound that ball. So I like Olympic in this.
They got two backs now. Two of them.
Yeah, Zahir Smith and Bryce Nixon are doing a really good job running the football this year.
I'm curious on this one because Olympic, you know, we saw them week 1, and from what I can tell, what I can see, I believe they dropped the first 2, but have won 4 in a row. So it sounds like they're a completely different team than when we saw them. You know, playing much better football, much improved. They're kind of on a roll now. And, you know, West Cabarrus is also, I think West Cabarrus won, 4 or 5 games last year. I think they 3-3 now. So they, they're on pace to finish better than they did last year. So that's interesting. But we'll see.
I guarantee it might be the same outcome. Maybe.
Guarantee it might be the same outcome, maybe.
Now that conference,
that's a heck of a guarantee right there.
I know. Thank
guarantee
you.
Maybe.
Guarantee. That's my Charles Barkley. Let me see what Westgate. Hold on, I'll tell you.
That sound like a used car salesman. I guarantee this car is fine.
Guarantee
it might. I guarantee it might run okay.
And as soon as you pull out the line, broke down.
Everything cut off. No returns.
No return.
Boy.
As is.
Pep, tell me that West Bears next couple games after this game.
After this game.
Here, I got it.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to get it. 3-3.
Well, while he's doing that, Callum Stewart, edge guy for West Cabarrus, will be a guy Olympic will have to watch as they try to throw the football, which is what they've been doing well the past couple of games. And then Mr. Harris, actually the Harrison brothers, the quarterback and linebacker, will be two guys that you have to watch. They have been important players so far this season for West Cabarrus, and they've been a big part of why they've gone 3-0 in the conference so far. So this game is for a share of first place in the Greater Metro Conference.
Nah, they're not. Them next 4 games tough. The next 3 are tough. Let's go on to Barry Harden. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't give them a chance?
No. Oh yeah, real quick. Prayers up to my brother Breon Holmes. I'll tell Matt after, but just send prayer up to him. He got injured this morning, but just send prayer up to my guy, Coach Holmes.
I hope Coach Holmes is okay. He's a good guy.
Yeah, send prayer up. So that's my guy. That's my brother. But I almost shed a tear right there. But Barry is going to Harding, where they literally are going to walk down the street to Harding because it's literally down the street now playing. But Barry versus Harding.
We've tried to do that when I was there.
Literally
it's
down
one
the
light.
street. This is actually a good game. I hope just so I can make Matt and Brandon mad. I hope my boy Coach Rob over there, Barry, pull it out and them players come ready to play. But Brandon, since this is your alma mater, tell me, what do you think about this game?
There's always gonna be some good energy, man. No matter what the records, this is one of them things. The rivalry is gonna be there. No matter one team's doing well or whatever, they're gonna bring the energy because I don't think, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I can't think of 2 schools in the Charlotte area that play each other that are closer. I mean, you literally, for those that ain't aware, you literally go through one street. You can walk. You can literally walk from one school to the other. You going through one.
They should do that. That'd be bad. That'd be dope.
Police wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah, they tried to.
They didn't want to close Ashley Road.
It would be
let the bands march them down.
Yep. They didn't want to.
It's a 60-second bus ride if you don't get stopped at the light. So the energy's gonna be there. It's gonna have a good atmosphere. It's a they call it the Battle of Allegheny, and West Side rivalry. So it's gonna be the energy gonna be there. So no matter what the record.
What was the other name of it? Battle of Allegheny? What else?
No, I say it's a West Side rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Pep and producer, would y'all say that's the closest schools?
Yeah, it's literally down the street.
Absolutely. I can't think of no schools that's that close together. Yeah,
it might not even be a mile apart. It's literally down the street.
It's definitely not a mile.
No,
literally
half a mile.
It's literally, Rob. It's literally down up the street.
So yeah, that's close. That's like I say, a rivalry by proximity. So yeah, it'll be good. Good times. We've covered numerous versions of this game before. There's always energy there.
I would say
we're covering another one.
I would say it's funny. I didn't realize crazy thing, right? I've been to Hardin couple different times for AAU, right? I did not know. Literally, I literally didn't know how close the school was because normally every time I leave Hardin, I would turn left or turn right. The one time I go straight, I said, well, look at that. Barry's right there. I said, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Good observation there, Big
Hey, I do not think.
Hey, that's how you know. That's how you know it from Shelby, right there, baby.
Listen, I do not think there are two high schools closer anywhere that play each other.
No.
Across the light, on the other side of the light is one thing. Harden, cross the light, Barry on the left.
Kim, I don't know. I don't even know.
Kim Cotton. Kim, hey, I do have a question for Miss Cotton.
No. You. Nope.
You not bad. I'm asking nothing bad.
Nope.
Miss Cotton,
Go ahead.
Miss Cotton, I'm a huge fan of your son. I like the way he played. Is he back healthy now? I just want to know, is he back healthy? If so, I wish him much success. If he's not healthy yet, I wish he recovers 100%.
Yeah, we'll see if she responds. But there are some good ones right here. So these are some good points. Mallet Creek and Corbian, they are very close.
I mean,
That's
but
another one.
they don't play each other though.
Yeah,
That'd be
I don't think they ever will.
Yeah, I don't never see a reason why they would. Now they can scrimmage for the heck of it. Hey, we don't feel like driving nowhere. We don't need. Let's walk through the woods.
And then John, Catholic and South Meck. Yeah, that's another close one.
Catholic and South Meck are down the street. Yeah.
Yep, that's another close one.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
There's your answer, Big Eye.
Okay, now my next question is he available to play?
Of
course, he had a second question.
So we'll see if we get a response to that. But
she said, you better be glad he would not be able to play last week. And he was still at the dub because it would have been even worse. Now I'm playing.
So for Barry, Elijah Britt, very talented receiver.
I like this guy.
And then Miles Smith as a linebacker / DB. Two guys you got to watch out for. For Harding, Jamarcus Harrison, tough running back for those guys. Landon Stewart at the quarterback spot. Jaquavion Gaffney's an athlete at receiver and will play some linebacker.
My God. Shout out to Jaquavion, man. I met Jaquavion when he was a 7th grader. Played on my AAU program. That really blessed my heart when I got to see him. He ran up on me. He was like, Coach Webb. He took his helmet off. I said, that's my boy Jaquavion. I ain't seen my boy. Yeah, I'm happy that he's doing good at Harding. He's striving at Pep's favorite school. He's a very good kid, very good player, man.
But that was a country saying right. That really blessed my heart. That really blessed.
Also for Harding, Jacob Banks is another guy you have to watch out for on the defensive line. So me and producer will be there. If you see us, say hello. There was a question. This game is doing limited tickets per Coach Gray, who is the head cheerleading coach over there. So Harding has 1 win on the season. Barry is winless on the season. But I guarantee you these two teams will play this game harder than any other game they have played. It's unfortunate that the game is limited by tickets because the students really come out for this game. And it's a shame because it's a really great atmosphere when this game is played.
You said Coach Gray?
Yes, Coach Gray. He is the head cheerleading coach.
Not Orlando.
No.
I was about to say, boy, I bet out there.
Not Orlando Gray.
I better come to that game because Orlando Gray was out there coaching some cheerleading.
Kim Watts says Barry has some good kids and athletes, and she wishes them a win. The team needs that energy. So,
man, I bet the 10th grade. They said, boy, when you start coaching cheerleading.
Look, if they won't let you in, you can always watch right there from the sidewalk, I guess. If they won't.
Yeah, you can watch on Allegheny Street. That's
right.
true.
You can stand right there on the sidewalk and look through the fence.
Hey, look, you might be able to walk. Nah, I ain't going to tell you, but it's an old stadium, so you might
can't,
find a way
can't
in
get through the woods no more. There's apartments over there now.
Man, don't tell these folks that. That was just another obstacle. Back in my day, boom.
Put me on your media pass. Well, what? I don't know what you're talking about there.
I guess she's talking about like an airline, a buddy pass or something.
Yeah, we're on the buddy pass.
I don't know.
Buddy pass, I guess. She wants you to get a buddy pass, man.
All right.
Get her a buddy pass, man.
We kind of talked about this already, so let's make this the topic that we're going to talk about, the Gaston County topic. Coach Dub and Big Guy, I'll let you guys kind of lead this discussion
Oh Lord.
on the conference in Gaston County and the alignment issue and realignment and all that good stuff. So, Coach Dub, why don't you lead this discussion first off?
Well, first I want to be responsible and say that my views is not a reflection of the school I coach at, Mountain Island. Is my views. So I'll speak my views and also a little facts. All right. So what I think is they had the realignment right the first time. When they came out with the first draft, that realignment was perfect. I felt like it was good. If they kept it, if the realignment stayed as the first draft, I don't think the complaints that people are expressing, behind the scenes or on social media, those issues wouldn't exist. So for me, I thought they had it right the first time.
Yeah, what's your
I
thoughts?
agree. I'll piggyback off of what Coach Dub said. Most importantly, my thoughts are not coming from anybody that I've talked to or connected to any of the programs of Cleveland County or Gaston County. I just think that something needs to be put in place. I think it's unfair for the schools like Highland Tech, Cherville, Bessemer City. I really think it's unfair for the whole conference to have to play each other when it's obviously a safety factor when these teams step on the field and play each other. I think the Shelby Burns, Stuart Kramer, East Gaston, I believe all those schools are fine playing each other. I just really feel bad for the Bessemer Cities, Highland Tech, Chervilles. Also with Lincolnton and Westlink, I think all those schools are good with playing each other. I just feel bad for those three schools in particular because I think they are at a definite disadvantage no matter how you spin it when they have to play those teams. And I think that I've seen a parent post all the list of injuries that the Highland Tech kids have faced just having to play those kids. Now, for one, you can say they need to get bigger and get faster, get stronger. No, Floyd Mayweather won't step in the ring with Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's a disadvantage to those guys. You can all still be good in your own right in your division, but I don't think those teams should have been in the same conference with those bigger schools like they are now. It's a complete disadvantage. I feel bad for those coaches on both sides. I don't think that the bigger schools like the Stuart Kramers, the Shelbys, the Burns, West Lincoln, Lincolnton, I don't think those schools should have to play the Highland Tech, Cherville. I don't think their kids need to play those guys either. So I think it's unfortunate on both sides. I think something needs to be done immediately because I don't think it's fair to any of the parties involved.
Well, Pep, Joe asked to explain the first draft, and again, I'm being careful what I say, so I'm just gonna stick to the facts. Now I'm keeping it real. I have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do. I understand.
But so these are facts. This is public knowledge. The first draft had Cherville 2A, Highland Tech 2A, Mountain Island Charter 2A, Thomas Jefferson 1A, Bessemer City 3A, and Piedmont Charter 3A.
I'm trying to get to it, Coach Doug.
That sounds like that would have been good, right?
That would have been great because what it is, then you beef up your non-conference schedule. So the schools, they can kind of control, because they have more control over what's going on because you can schedule who you want non-conference. So if you think you need to get more competitive and it's not a strong conference, then you go and schedule some competitive non-conference games. Actually, Shelby used to do it forever. Shelby used to go, they used to lose every game non-conference and then come and run their conference and then go and make a state championship run. So it can be done. My thoughts go out to, coaches and players, because the thing is, when you coaching and you're planning, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes and just what people see in 48 minutes on Friday.
So that right there is the first draft you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's the first draft. That's what the first draft looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and why did they change from that?
I'm not at liberty to explain. I got to watch what I say with that. But
good job.
If it was kept this way, and we fought. You know what I'm saying? We fought to keep it this way, but
wasn't the committee? It was the it was not the ADs who made it. It was that help me out, Rob. Who made the changes?
Oh, the realignment committee.
Well, and I can't tell you who. I'm not going to get into that.
No, I know. No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying it was like the athletic director or with the committee. It was all the committee. That's why I'm asking.
Well, the thing is, the NCHSA released this. You have to file an appeal if you don't like this. Like,
the athletic, the school. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm just trying to understand the school.
No. You're not. No, it ain't no trouble. What I'm saying is, I'm not listing any names or anything.
Yeah,
no.
I don't want you. Is it a position like the athletic director or was a committee?
It could be any
entity.
Any entity can file a realignment appeal.
Yeah,
and you got to have like you got to have like, okay, what would you fix about it and all this stuff. And an appeal was filed and then it changed. So
just like that makes sense because it's like another school that filed to get out of one of them. Okay, I was just trying to make sure I understood.
So this is draft 2, and from what I understand, you guys would have been fine with the first or the second draft.
Yeah,
I think a lot of schools would because y'all was not the only one because y'all got screwed, and then I want to say 6A, 7A, that one of them 6A, 7A conference got messed up because that's why you got that wacky 7A, 6A that Cabo CMS one now because that one was not like that at first.
And Pep,
that stayed the same throughout the whole time.
It did, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Pep, the thing is, where the arguments are coming in at with the injuries and all that stuff that Adam spoke about, if the first 2 drafts are the way they are, then you don't have that concern.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said we was perfectly fine with the first 2 drafts. I was fine with it.
So they got y'all conference. It's a 1A, 2A. It's a 3 conference split, correct? Is that the current one?
I'll put the current one up.
I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just trying to understand. Because I wouldn't put y'all in like you said. It's just like me. I could give you perspective. Like Garrett to join, right? Like you would, even though they have the numbers for a certain conference, I would never put them in that conference. You get what I'm saying? In a tough conference, like because that's just me. So this is the current one
for Mountain Island, yes.
Bonnie Conley, Thomas Jefferson, Albemarle. God, dog, boy, y'all traveling.
Yeah, in the last draft, they came up with this football-only conference, and they created the other conference for.
You ain't making no money, Rob.
The
home
other
games
schools here. Where is the 2A, 3A? Here it is, Conference C. You see Cherryville and Highland Tech moved to this conference in the last draft, and the appeal was rejected to make a change. And Investment City, yeah.
Man, but that's a tough one right there. I see the complaints there because that's tough, man. Rob, I didn't know your conference was like that, bro.
Yeah, well, think about it. We're actually getting out light because we're centrally located. We're in the Charlotte metro area. Go back to that. Yeah, so it takes us an hour, 15 hour, and 30 minutes to get to most of the schools.
What's the farthest school?
The farthest school for us
is Albemarle.
Albemarle, North.
It's got to be North Rowan. That's near my house.
Yeah. But he right there. He right there.
Yeah, we haven't taken the North Rowan trip, so I'm going. Well, we did it for JV, but so the thing is, it's more so look at Thomas Jefferson to North Rowan to South Stanley.
That's crazy.
That's brutal.
That's crazy.
So
the biggest part of what the appeal of coming to the game, your team will lose. Oh yeah, I agree. Like, but you're not making. That's why I'm saying that's a tough. You're not making no money. Like, I think that's me and Matt were talking about like the this Cabo County and Charlotte Mecklenburg conference. I think that conference is crazy because you got Olympic is all the way on South Charlotte, and then they got to play like A.L. Brown, West Cabarrus.
They just did it last week.
And y'all, if people know where them schools are at, you be like, why did
Olympic to A.L. Brown with no traffic is 45 minutes.
Yeah, like
but there's never no traffic in Charlotte.
And then you got to think about when basketball season start. Like that, they're not gonna get them kids not gonna get home till late.
Well, think about Elmore going to Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah,
you're hitting that Monroe traffic, that Union County traffic.
Yeah.
Then you hit Charlotte. Then you got to hit that Shelby traffic. It's a lot. Like for our North Rowan JV game, I didn't get in the house at 12:30, and that's on Thursday. That's a school night.
That's crazy.
It's tough.
That's crazy.
I remember when I was at Providence, and we had to go from not Richmond County. What's the other school that what's it called? Is it down there? Metzer. Metzer. He was at before he
Montgomery Central.
No, before he went to Montgomery Central.
Pinecrest. You talk about Pinecrest.
Okay.
Boy, I ain't get home 2:00 in the morning. I said, Brad, don't ever scared of that game again. I don't know what.
But think about this,
and that's the point right here, man.
Yeah, some of that. Yeah,
these are conference games, and you got to do that in every sport.
Mm-hmm.
That's why AA.
That's crazy.
That's why AA when they do the playoffs, I don't think people really understand how they don't do the playoffs. It ain't no certified. You going east, you going west. It depends on the number of teams that get in because, like Richmond, like for instance, Richmond might have to play west depending on if not enough teams made it from they'll push them to the west and stuff like that. It's like, and it's crazy. And then they released
now. I'm glad you mentioned that because to that point, there was we were going back to when we briefly talked about the playoff seedings and all of that. That's the reason why the state has to do it. Some coaches were asking, could high school OT do it, or some other entity or former coaches. You have to determine where that line falls for East and West. Every year, it's going to be different now based on who makes the playoffs. It's not preset like it used to be. Yeah. So that's why the state has to do that because their interpretation of what East and West is can be different than someone else's. So they have to go with their own interpretation.
So you might get like a Richmond County. They go East or West, just depending. And in that first round game, they might play Palisade. Palisades might have to go to Richmond County. That's a drive. Like the Charlotte team, we hate going to Watauga. They hate going to Watauga, but
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You gotta go to the mountains, man. Like some of that stuff don't make sense. But Rob, you preach to the choir because Rob in his playoffs. I mean, at one time he asked me, I think where you had to go to Murphy. Then you had to go Murphy one year, Rob, or one of them.
Yeah, right
Rob,
there. Murphy, Tennessee.
Rob said, Billups, he said, Billups, you coming out there? Hey, look, I look at the drive. I said, hey, I'll catch you next year, baby. I'm not coming out there, boy. Love.
That was a tough drive. And on the ride back 4 hours after a football game, and those kids smell. Oh my God, brutal! I still got nightmares about that trip. And that's the thing, like, and I think the NCHSA does a phenomenal job. And honestly, in this situation, this is not under NCHSA. This is not because they got it right the first two drafts. So I know everyone is popular to blame the state association. They actually got it right the first two drafts.
Because there's a certain school that I won't mention. When that first draft came out, they said, "Nah, we branch down." So I get it. I get what Rob's saying. So hey.
All right. Well, that's Football Focus Weekly for everyone tonight. Appreciate everybody watching. As always, thank you for everyone in the comments. You guys were great. If you didn't catch the full show, make sure you go back and watch. We had a lot of talk about limiting tickets, some talk about the playoffs, reviewing last week and previewing the big games this week. If you catch us out at Berry and Harding, which you probably won't because there's not a lot of tickets, make sure you say hello. Shaquan once again will be at Cannon and Latin. They are not limiting tickets over there, so you can go and check that one out. And AJI1 and Karen Belk saying there's limited media passes. So I usually get there early, so I guess I'll get in. We'll see if producer can get in. But
Great job, CMS. I don't work for y'all no more, so I can talk jump. Great job.
Everybody have a great evening. See you on Friday Night Live at midnight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The U is back, baby.
We're going to have a post-show meeting. Good night,
I told you it's dead.